What's up, my podcast listeners? This is your host, Rafał Matuszewski, coming in hot with my intro there. I'm pumped to talk to you guys today because it's another Wednesday where I do not have a migraine. I'm pretty sure I'm coming up to like at least 2 months without any migraine symptoms whatsoever, so get on me, And I feel like I've been talking about my migraines for a very long time, so I apologize for the long intro about nothing to do about fitness and health. Well, technically about health, but I like to give you guys some personal insight to my life, and thank God for physiotherapists and their needles that go in the back of my head. But anyway, today's topic is all about success. So I want to bring this idea that we all need to redefine what we think is success when it comes to fitness and health. So I think all of us are kind of clouded in thinking that in order to be successful in our weight loss, fat loss, muscle gain, whatever it is, goals, we have to look a certain way. And unfortunately, the marketing within the fitness and health industry makes it that in order for you to be considered successful is someone that looks like they're on front of a cover of a magazine. Because think about, like, just right now, if you had to paint a picture of success, what it looks like to be a Homo sapien being, how does that person look like? For dudes, it's a strong dude with a big chest, big lats, shredded abs, quads that look like freaking diamond cuts, like, that are super sharp, and you can deadlift like 1,000 pounds. And then for women, it's like, slim waist, strong, big ass glutes, like just strong tone, whatever other words that you can think of. And typically that image in your head is like what you would think is perfection when it comes to health. And the sad part is that probably 99% of us is not going to look like that. But that's what we feel and see that is the standard of health, which is so fucking strange. That's like you trying to get a PhD or just a degree in general, and you graduate, with like a B average, but you're not where you should be in your head because you wanted to have like a fucking 4.0 GPA. It's not realistic. So everyone goes to university and most of them are like, fuck, thank God I just passed that fucking exam. You know what I mean? And not stress about the fact that you didn't get 100% on the final. But for fitness and health, if you, an average person, does not look like the person that you see on Instagram that's literally a fitness model and that's their full-time job, then you've failed, which is fucking crazy to me. So, long story short, we need to redefine what actual true success is in our fitness and health journey. Because if you are not able to quit your full-time job, train like 20 hours a week, spend the other 10 hours cooking all your meals, and then the other 10 hours making sure that your stress levels are low, you're sleeping, you're taking your supplements, and like your entire world revolves around your body and your health, then most likely you're not going to look like those people on magazines or on Instagram that are getting paid as a fitness model to look that way. Right? That's just the plain truth. Right? That's like me, and I've brought this like analogy up before, me trying to like learn how to play basketball and fucking quitting because I'm not good as like fucking LeBron James or Michael Jordan. Like, it's crazy. But for some reason, fitness and health that industry has made us believe that we can be like that, and we can. I'm not saying you can't, but the chances of that doing that successfully long term is so small if you're just a regular person, because you have so much other stuff. And this is the other thing, like I've spoken about this so many times where, you know, say you're relatively fit and say you're a dude and you're at like 12% body fat. Like that's really fucking good already, number one. But us as human beings, we always want more. So what does that dude that's 12% body fat that's consistent in the gym do? Well, I want to get to 8%. But the question that I get clients to ask themselves is like, are you actually going to be that much happier? Are you going to get that much more fulfillment out of your life if you dropped an extra 4% body fat? Probably not. Unless your goal and like dreams is to become a professional fitness model, then maybe yes. But for the most part, if that dude is, you know, a dad with 3 kids with a full-time job, I don't think the quality of your life is going to improve. It's probably going to go downhill because you're going to have to spend less time with your family and more time just focusing on the vanity of yourself. So what is true success for fitness and health? Well, it depends. It really depends on who you are and what you want. Maybe success looks a little bit different for every single person. You know, for me personally, I was at that position where I was training every single day and doing full 1-hour workouts and just feeling like shit. Like I was obviously doing way too much volume for my body to handle, and I was like going hard because in my head it's like, oh, you know, you need to like push hard. And like when you see The Rock workout, like he's like fucking sweating bullets, he's like pushing it, and I was like, well, that's what I need to do. But I was like just burning myself into a hole and not getting any better. Actually, was like a lot more tired. I just couldn't do it. And this probably last year and a half, I switched up my personal training to 30 to 40 minute workouts. And I've never felt so good in my life. Like my energy is up, and each workout I can actually push myself a little bit more. And I'm not doing those extra bit of sets where I have to constantly push myself to the limit. So I think for everyone, it's like finding that middle ground of what works for you and what doesn't. Like, are you still going to get to your goals? Yes, you will. But now you have to redefine those goals. Like, if your goals is just to, like, I want to lose 10 pounds, well, what does that really mean? Like, that's just like a saying. That's not really a tangible goal. You need to start asking yourself, like, why do I want to lose the 10 pounds? And maybe you'll say, because I want my clothes to fit better. It's like, okay, well, why do you want your clothes to fit better? You know, because you felt better at that size when you were 10 pounds lighter. It's like, okay, why did you feel better at that point? Well, maybe you felt better at that point because you had a little bit more confidence. It's like, well, why is confidence important to you? Well, maybe confidence is important to you to, you know, be confident at your workplace, that when you put on like a certain suit or a certain outfit, it gives you that like little edge if you have to go to a meeting, or having that confidence to wear something that when you go on a date with somebody, you feel good about yourself and, you know, you can flaunt what you got. Like, there's always something deeper, and those are the true goals that you need to reach, right? Like, you guys know that if you've been following me, like, I want to get to a 400-pound deadlift. And if you asked me those questions, like, why do you want to do a 400-pound deadlift? It's like, well, I want to feel strong. It's like, why do you want to feel strong? and I'll let you know. It's like, I want to feel strong because I've never taken my body to the point where I could do something like that I didn't believe in. You know? I think the greatest gift that we have as human beings is that we have these bodies that are able to adapt to stresses and get so strong and fast to a point that we've never imagined. Like, the coolest thing, like when the Olympics was on, is like watching these athletes perform at the highest level. And the sad thing is that the majority of the people in North America and just in the world will never experience that or getting close to that. Like, how cool would it be to go from, like, you know, someone who's totally inactive, doesn't do anything, you know, stumble upon the importance of their health, and so they start going to the gym, doing all the right things, and getting to a point where they can push their body to the limit and really experience what our bodies can do. You know, like, we place this badge of honor of like, oh, I only slept like 3 hours last night, and like I've been drinking Red Bulls, and I've been like drinking a lot more beer and whatever, and like you put your body through so much shit, and it's like a badge of honor. But none of us like start bragging about like, I have closed all my rings on my Apple Watch every day this week. I drank a liter of water every day this month. I did my first chin up yesterday. Like, those things. Like, why don't we start bragging about those things and not like, oh, I like slept 2 hours last night and did like a 16-hour day at work, and the only thing that got me going is like 8 coffees throughout the day and like McDonald's or whatever it is. Like, we are so proud to like destroy our bodies, but are never happy about doing things to improve our health. Like, no one is like psyched that they like, oh, I got on my like spin bike in my basement today for the first time in like 5 years. It's like, you're embarrassed about it. But when it comes to like abusing your body, you're the first one to brag about it with your friends at work. Like, it's ridiculous. So our perception of what success is like totally out of line of what it should be. Like, it's almost depressing, and it's like so unattainable. So we need to start really zeroing in on what true success is personally. Have those deep questions of why, and aim to hit those in the year, in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. So I'm going to leave it there for you guys to think about it, to pull your brain out of what society and fitness marketing people out there want you to believe that what success is, and find what true success is for you. It's going to be a lot different than what you think it is. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys for listening. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for all my international listeners. Hit the show notes, add me on Facebook, add me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit up the show notes to add yourself to the pre-sale list to my book. And hopefully I can release it really, really soon. I'm at the last stages. We're almost there. So here we go. Until next time, you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you.